I'm not even gonna try to pull that one on you today, Doug.
Excellent. We are live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good
Hey,
afternoon, good evening,
hey.
wherever you're joining us from. It is Writing Sprint Wednesday. I love when we can say it's Wednesday because that just feels so familiar. You
Right.
know, we might do it 3 days a week most weeks now, but Writing Sprint Wednesday still has a special place in my heart, at least.
Yeah.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Iva. Hello, Medfit. Hello, David. Hello, B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad everyone is here today. Hello, Elena. Hank, you are joining me for the first sprint, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna join you for just a little bit. I've got we have a live show coming up soon with our very own Rosalinda
Yeah,
Roman, and it's gonna be a fun conversation. So
I'm
I'm gonna
excited
dip
for it.
out and finish doing some prep for that. And
I think
uh,
Abby will join me too. So
yeah, I think she'll be popping in here shortly.
yeah,
I posted the link to the sprint in the chat there. Who was asking about that medfit? I pasted
yeah,
in there while
it's in
Doug
there.
was
You might need to refresh it, but I did pop it in the description, so it should be down below us, all three links. But if you have been hanging out here for 10 minutes or so, then you might not be there. But
and
hello, Tiffany. Hello, NJ as well. Hello, Aaron, Shelly. Excellent. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
I was just saying that Abby just said in our other chat that she's joining for the second and third sprint. So
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hank, what are you working on today?
some editing. Still kind of in that mode. I've got a couple of different projects that I'm editing on, and when we not when we are getting ready to kick off this short story
Hmm.
challenge. It's I don't know.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. The challenge is not a great word for it, but I don't know, for whatever reason we just kind of default there. So I'm doing a lot of writing about that, and it's kind of got my mind occupied. So I'm editing a couple of projects that need to be edited, and
Excellent,
so that's kind of what I'm working on.
fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
carrying on
And
with my spooky story.
what's your
Um,
spooky story? How deep into it are you now? How many words do you think?
7,000. So not a whole lot. I've only been writing for the week, and really, the days that we're not sprinting, it's been a little half-hearted writing, if I'm being honest. But we're making good progress. And if I'm aiming for 80,000 words, then I'm almost a tenth done. I'll be over a tenth of the way there by the time we're done today. So
Nice.
I'm feeling pretty good about that. David's saying, I love a dabble challenge. Absolutely.
Well, and apparently we dabblers love a dabble challenge because
Hmm.
we'll throw one out there in a heartbeat, you
They're
know.
fun. They're a good time.
That's right.
I'm going to share this link again just to be safe because I know some folks have joined in and it might have disappeared in the chat. I see that some writing went on after yesterday's quote epic sprint, as Sarah said. So I'm glad you're getting in the writing outside the sprints as well. There is, I'm struggling to remember the name now. Somebody in the community in the Storycraft Cafe also runs a Monday night sprint. And occasionally I know Keo or Sam will run a weekend sprint as
Yeah.
well. So if you're looking for more sprints, check out the
Yeah.
cafe.
And I think Rosalinda, speaking of
Mhm.
the show with Rosalinda, I believe she has some sprints that she's running.
Yeah,
I know she does. I just can't find it as I started speaking. So you can go to Storycraft Cafe. You can find all manner of sprints going on, hosted by all manner of people. And yeah, so if you're ever looking for someone to sprint with, you should be
they're
able to
there.
find someone. Yeah.
But also join us
Ones.
all the
Yeah,
time.
but I mean that's mandatory. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's not even worth talking about.
Yeah, not
Talk
even
to
an
you
option.
guys
All right.
later. Bye.
20 minutes. Bye. Alrighty. That's our first sprint done. Let me pause my music so I can chat with my friend Abby.
Hi.
Hello.
Let me put this over to my earbuds so that echo. Hold on.
I see that Susan and Emily joined. Welcome, welcome. Aaron got 94 words, 3 pages edited. That's fantastic. Ashley got 625 words. Let me take this off the screen here, and I will share the invite to the next sprint. You'll also find the link in the top left of the current sprint where it says join the next sprint here. Let me drop that.
Look at us. We're matchy-matchy.
We
have
are.
a side. Did Hank
This is
get the memo? Is he
did not. Yeah, we'll have to remind him next time. Sarah saying that was a time warp. Yeah, it went by quickly. Oh, but I'm thrilled. I got 941 words done.
Whoa.
Almost 4 digits. That's wild. Yeah.
Nice.
So Abby, you're gonna be joining for the next 2.
Yeah, but I'm working on personalizing queries, so it's definitely less about word count. I'm up this time, and I don't know, more about sucking up to agents, I guess. So
Shelly got 468 words that time around. Awesome. What's everyone writing today? Let us know in the chat. Abby's doing some query stuff. I'm doing some spooky stuff, but let us know what's going on. NJ, thanks for joining us.
You know what, Doug? Too bad you don't want to traditionally pitch this horror book, because I can't tell you how many agents out there I see that are asking for horror. And they're not just asking for adult horror. They're asking for middle grade horror. They're asking for YA horror. You must be right on, I think, the precipice of maybe like a big horror, I don't know, explosion. So I mean, maybe it's best not to go traditional.
Capitalize on that, right?
Heck yeah. So
no, my better half, and I know a lot of people here know because I mentioned it before, my better half is a teacher. And when I said I was writing a horror, she's like, you should write YA horror because the kids are just eating it up right now. And I'm like, well, maybe, but I said this to Hank, and I can't repeat it word for word because it's not appropriate for a stream, but the last word that I ended yesterday's sprint on is not YA appropriate. It's not like it. the stuff and the gruesomeness, I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch with the youth. Maybe they're into darker things than I know, so I might do some research. But
yeah, because I'll tell you what. So like, I mean, if you're going to use YA romance as like your measuring stick, nothing is off the table for YA. Sex, drugs, language.
Yeah,
it's all there. And so, you might find that it's really just in your realm. You never know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But, I also sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because indies are so good at market research. And like, that's the one thing that I keep going back to over and over and over again with, people who are pitching. Like, I mean, what you're doing, whether you're indie or you are traditional, I think you should learn how to write a query letter and learn how to pitch agents, because what it really is market research. So the things the agents are looking for are the things that are selling right now. So anyway, what were you going to say? I was just pumping you up with that.
Well, first, I want to say, and we only have a minute till the next sprint starts, but I want to highlight first Elena saying that the main character declared love to the love interest, and now they're going to move the main character stuff to the love interest's room. Oh my goodness, juicy. But J.M. Brown, I want to reiterate something that Sarah said here. J.M.'s writing a Southern Gothic family mystery with supernatural undertones. I love that. Oh, something about Southern Gothic, but not like explicitly, urban fantasy or something, but just got that little hint. It gets me going.
I think that's what they describe. So James Wade, who's teaching our class, I guess it is next week, I think they call him kind of like a Southern Gothic writer, but his stuff isn't necessarily like spooky dark.
Yeah.
It just got that unsettling piece,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get this up on screen because we are starting in 5 seconds here. I'm going to paste in my old stuff, and here we go. See you in 20 minutes, everybody. Sprint number 2 is done, everybody. Come on back, join your host, Doug and Abby, for a quick 5-minute intermission. There we go. Abby,
where I tell you about all the things I screenshotted where people were like, YA horror, YA horror, YA horror.
Abby, you're supposed to be working on your stuff during
this.
I
can't. I'm like so focused on, are these people going to want Doug? I feel like they want Doug.
Well, before that, let's just take a quick look at the chat. First off, I got another 924 words written. I am on fire today. Like unreal. I have my goal plugged into Dabble, of course, and it's telling me that every day, if I want to have this done by the end of May, I think is what I put. Yeah, May 31st. I have to write 670 words a day. That's 3 days of work in 40 minutes right there.
You can take a break tomorrow.
Well, yeah, tomorrow, not today.
No, today you hit your goal.
Doug has smoke on his fingertips. They're burning. All right. And B finally got off the phone but managed 194 words. Gotta love real life butting in. Remember though, writing revolves around life, not the other way around. So you got to take those phone calls, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the phone call. 309 for Sarah. Ashley got 622. 268 for Robert. 281 for David. MedFit just shy of 500. Shelly just over 500. Excellent. And Susan 205. JM 577. Great job, everybody. All right, Abby, go ahead. Speak your piece.
That's it. Just that I keep seeing all these people that want YA horror, and I keep screenshotting it. Like, I mean, the screenshots are just going to pile up on my desktop. But,
my favorite horror. I don't know if I've ever discussed this on the show, but my favorite horror is like early 2000s PG-13 horror movies, right? Like really kind of campy, really formulaic, very tropey horror movies that, you know, I was in the early 2000s, you know, I was in my teenage years. And that's when I really loved horror. And so that has a special spot for me, but it always, I don't know, horror is different these days than how it used to be. But I'm always back and forth on whether I want to do that kind of horror for my book or really lean into like, you've probably never seen Hereditary or Midsummer or Midsommar, however you want to pronounce it. Like A24 Horror, that's the production company, is dreadful. It is horrifying. It gives me nightmares. It makes me uncomfortable, which is fantastic for
Why
horror.
do you like it then? So like, let's dig down deep, Doug. Like, what is it about that uncomfortable feeling that just you crave?
Well, I mean, it depends on who you ask, right? You ask like a psychologist or a scientist, they'll be like, hey, it's those, you know, endorphins that are released, the adrenaline that kicks in, the little fight or flight that happens, and you live on that edge. I mentioned this, was this in our Q&A? No, it was on Monday when we were talking about why we write. When bad things happen, you appreciate good things more. So even in the most dreadful of circumstances, you can see in horror movies, you know, sacrifice or like self-sacrifice, right? And sometimes you'll see actual sacrifice, like human sacrifice, but I'm talking about a thematic sacrifice or, you know, love or family or friendship, like those kind of uplifting things. You'll see them in horror. They usually don't end up well, mind you, but you get to see them in the worst circumstances.
So like you live on the edge and I live on the edge of Bliss Cliff because like I don't want I just can't. When I was a kid, do you remember that movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks? Which I love that movie The Burbs, and that's about as unsettling horror as I get. But at one point he has a dream that's a nightmare, and like the neighbors are in it and they're like in this satanic worship kind of call, and they start to chant Satan is good, Satan is our pal. And when I was little, that would get stuck in my head and then I would panic because I could hear that line from the movie going over and over, and I was like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. And so anything that would make me feel that way, I'm like, nope, if it's gonna take over my brain like The Burbs, I can't watch it. I would just be like, So what's everybody saying over here? It's a mirror to society showing us. Yeah, I'm just scared of everything. Ashley, I think that's what it is. Just
all right. We got 10 seconds. We've been chatting so much. All right, everyone. Last sprint of the day. We will see you in 20 minutes. Abby, do some work. All right. That is our third and final sprint done.
So like 900 and what? What did you get this time?
This time I was a little slower. I went back and forth on a few things. I wanted to be a little more particular. 747 words.
Oh.
only. It's flowing. It's just going well. It's I think I need to start B beat me by 2 words.
Ooh, B got you.
I think I've realized when I'm writing this horror novel. So when I was writing dark fantasy on screen, I'd always be aware of the content, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think when I'm writing horror, I need to be extra aware of the content because there, some folks might not be thrilled with some of the stuff on there. I deal with some serious topics, so in this case, we had some grieving parents that just lost a kid, and I don't want someone to join in and read that and have that trigger a negative experience or something that's gone on with them before. So maybe I'll start
just a big TK, right?
Yeah.
And then you just keep going.
Yeah. But anyway, that is a total of, I don't know, 2,600 words and change. I'm feeling good, Abby. I'm feeling good.
I can't whistle. That's like the third time I've tried to whistle on this live stream. I can't do it. That's the best I can do.
Sarah got 209. Ashley got a total of about 1,800 words. That's awesome. Jam got 532. Medfit at 400.
Be nicer. Hank, good one.
just write happier stuff, Doug. Just
I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah, right. What am I even doing? A reminder to everybody that we do not have writing sprints tomorrow. Unfortunately, a little bit of a scheduling thing there, so we shan't be joining you. But I do encourage you to get your writing in anyway. If you normally join us, if you want, you can go ahead and make some sprints over at wordsprints.org, post it in the cafe, get others to join you. You can chat in the chat box there as well.
When I notice them in the cafe, I try and pin them so that more people see it and that it's up there. So
please continue to get your words in. Remember, we're aiming for no 0 days here whenever you can. Renee got 778 total for all the sprints. That's awesome. Renee, great job. B got 943 total. David, it's all flowers and rainbows. The flowers in my stories are dead. Anyway, anything you want to say before we sign off, Abby?
Nope. I think today my goal that I hit, I sent 4 queries. I got 1 rejection already, which was super fast, but it took me a minute to process it. And I took a screen share video and I showed everybody how I went behind the scenes in Query Tracker to figure out what that agent had been asking for. And I saw that actually what I write doesn't fit, even though they supposedly take what I write. I can see what that agent has been asking for and it's not my thing, and how that kind of helped me not take the whole rejection so emotionally. So if anybody's interested in how you go behind the scenes and dig some of that up, I did make a short video and put it in the community. So
excellent. That's
for
fantastic.
What it's worth.
So head on over there and check that out. Also, in about 10 minutes, Hank's going to be chatting with our very own Rosalinda about writing, live streaming as an author, her career in, I believe, broadcasting, and sailing around the world whilst writing.
Which is, I'm in it just for that. That alone, I want to know how she did it. So
that's so cool. So that is in about 10 minutes on our channel here. If you are a premium dabbler, then tomorrow at 1 p.m. we have a premium guest workshop going from background or backstory to outline. And then next week we're back to our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday writing sprints at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And we have a show at 5 p.m. next Tuesday where Hank is talking with Dean Wesley Smith and his extreme pantsing style, which I'm excited to learn more about. Shelley, we are not having writing sprints tomorrow. A little one-off of not having them on Thursdays, but still get your writing in. Right?
Yeah. All right, everybody.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll
see you later.